name is Brooklyn Wasser. Today I'm going to talk to you about dieting. Do you like to eat cookies and cake and ice cream? Do you also want to lose weight? Do you feel like you have to choose between the two? You don't. Dieting does not have to be miserable. A lot of times when someone wants to diet, they restrict foods and increase their exercise. This is not the only way. Are you familiar with the term clean eating? Clean eating is a term that's been around for years, and what it means is that you eat foods that are natural without preservatives. Oftentimes, they're plain and very boring. If you eat chicken with broccoli for lunch and maybe tilapia with a sweet potato for dinner, those meals can be very boring and do not have a lot of flavor. A lot of times, the problem with eating clean is that you get bored of it, or you start to binge eat because you veer off of your diet and eat something that you're not supposed to, and then at that point you can't stop. And what that leads to is a very unhealthy relationship with food. One thing that isn't very familiar with people who diet is tracking and counting their macronutrients. I see some confusion on your face, like you haven't ever even heard of what macronutrients are. Let me explain it to you. Macronutrients are the food groups that make up a calorie. So you have carbs, protein, and fat. If you track these main points of your diet, it will help you reduce your body fat, and you will not have to restrict foods. That's the best part about it. You can eat what you want as long as it fits your daily count of your macros. Now, this may seem like it isn't real, it couldn't be possible. How am I supposed to be able to eat a Pop-Tart for breakfast and still lose weight? Let me tell you, your body needs a certain amount of calories to either maintain, gain, or lose weight. You can use tracking your macros to do any of those three things. There are online calculators that you can use in order to figure out how much calories you need to consume on a daily basis based on your height, your weight, your age, and whether you are active, not active, whether your job is sedentary, or whether you work construction. It all plays a big part into your diet and what you need to consume on a daily basis. Now, I have explained what macronutrients are, but it still may seem confusing to you because where do you begin? It's easy for someone to say, well, I'm going to cut out sugar, I'm going to cut out carbs, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to start doing a lot of cardio. Well, when you start restricting foods and you start increasing your cardio, and cardio is the only form of exercise that you're doing, your body will become what they call skinny fat. What you want are toned muscles and a low body fat percentage, but your body is not getting the adequate amounts of protein that it needs in order to build muscle and reduce body fat. Did you know that protein helps cut cravings, build muscle, and even burns calories on its own? It burns 60 to 80 calories a day just from eating protein alone. Now, if you take this route instead of restricting foods, you're more than likely going to follow this diet long term. You're going to follow this diet because you're not missing out on anything. You can eat a Pop-Tart for breakfast if you want, but you may still have to be smart about it because you may only be able to eat half of that Pop-Tart depending on what your daily needs are. You don't want to use up all of your carbs and all of your fat and not have anything to eat for dinner because you ate it all that morning. So you still have to be smart, you still have to track everything that you eat. And another thing that's important about this is weighing your foods. And that may seem tedious and scare some people off, but you have to measure by grams. And when you measure by grams, that is how you track how many carbs, how many fat, and how many protein you eat. And all of that adds up to the amount of calories that you consume. Fiber is also very important in a macronutrient diet. What I want you to understand is that restricting foods over exercising can become unhealthy, even though it's advertised that those are the healthiest ways to diet. If you want long-term, lasting results, it's better to take the time to learn and understand macronutrients in your body, and as well as doing cardio, lift weights. When you lift weights, your metabolism increases and you are able to burn more fat. If you choose to do cardio alone, and you are also restricting your food, then your metabolism slows down because it thinks that your body needs to store fat. So it's actually doing the reverse of what you're wanting to happen. Now, keep in mind that when you track your macronutrients, you have to be precise in it at first, but eventually you will be able to learn and to cite how much food you're eating. Like if you have to have 4 ounces of chicken, eventually your mind will realize what 4 ounces of chicken looks like, and you won't have to measure everything. You won't have to be exact, and you'll still hit your macros daily. You can interchange foods. The best thing about tracking your macronutrients is that you are not tracking your foods, you're tracking your numbers. So if you want to go out to eat for dinner that night, you do not have to say, sorry, I can't go with you because I'm on a diet. You don't have to miss out on times with your friends and your family because you're on a diet. All you have to do is look at the menu ahead of time, figure out what you can eat or what you want to eat, and make that fit around your macros for the rest of the day. It becomes simple, and it's something that you can use in your everyday life. Do not let advertisements on TV and things that say that you'll get results fast consume you. If you want to lose weight and maintain a healthy lifestyle for a long period of time, track your macronutrients. Go to the Department of Human Biology's website. They have a lot of information that has helped me understand macronutrients and what you need to do in order to lose body fat without losing out on fun times with your family and friends or missing out on foods that you really like to eat. So I hope that one thing that you've taken away from my speech today is that dieting does not have to be miserable. You do not have to miss out on certain foods. You can eat them and lose body fat and tone your muscles at the same time. You can have the body that you desire. You can feel good about your life and not feel like you're missing out on anything just by tracking macronutrients, instead of listening to an age-old tale that restricting foods and upping your cardio will help you lose weight. It doesn't have to be that way. You do not have to be miserable. Thank you.